What if life as you know it was just one version of reality? Across the planet, hidden tribes live by rules that defy logic, where men are banished, women give birth at 60, and warriors face lions with nothing but courage. On this journey with Discover Wonders, you're about to step inside the lives of the world's most remote and fearless cultures. The mysterious Amazon tribe with no men. But why? Deep within the lush, mist-covered heart of the Amazon rainforest lies a mysterious tribe that has remained hidden from the modern world. Home to around 700 women, this secluded society has thrived for centuries without the permanent presence of men. Here, girls are raised to be strong, self-reliant, and capable of hunting, building, and surviving entirely on their own. When the time comes to have children, they don't marry. Instead, they select a healthy man from a neighboring tribe, not for companionship, but for the sole purpose of reproduction. Once this role is fulfilled, he leaves, often never returning. Any male children born from these encounters are not raised within the community. Instead, they are traded to other tribes in exchange for tools, food, or clothing. This ancient tradition, passed down through generations, flips the structure of most known societies upside down. It defies conventional expectations of gender roles and reveals an astonishing model of human survival. One where independence and adaptation take center stage in the depths of the Amazon. Hunza Valley, where people defy age and time. Tucked away in the towering mountains near the Xinjiang border of northern Pakistan, Hunza Valley feels like a world frozen in time. This peaceful region is home to the Hunza people, whose incredible longevity has baffled outsiders for decades. Some are said to live well beyond 120, others, astonishingly, up to 150 years, while maintaining strong health and sharp minds. What surprises many even more is that women in Hunza often give birth in their 60s, apparently without complications. Their secret may lie in a lifestyle untouched by industrialization, a mostly vegetarian diet of dried apricots, fresh vegetables, whole grains, and glacial spring water. Combined with long daily hikes through steep, rugged terrain, this way of life seems to unlock levels of vitality rarely seen elsewhere. Scientists and travelers alike continue to ask the same question. Could this simple, harmonious existence be the true fountain of youth? And if so, what lessons does this hidden valley hold for the rest of the world? Korowai, the tribe, living in the treetops of Papua. In the untamed jungles of Papua, where sunlight barely breaks through the canopy, an astonishing community has chosen to live high above the ground, literally. The Korowai tribe builds their homes in the treetops, perched more than 100 feet 35 meters in the air. To them, this is not a fantasy, it is a way of life. These elevated houses, constructed with vines, bamboo, and forest wood, serve as safe havens from floods, wild animals, and rival clans. Entire families live in these sky-high dwellings, climbing narrow ladders and crossing swaying bridges with ease. What seems extreme to outsiders is simply everyday survival to the Korowai. Their diet includes roasted sago grubs, nutritious though unfamiliar to many, and their communication system relies on smoke signals and natural forest markings instead of electronics. Despite being labeled primitive by some, their lifestyle showcases a profound harmony with nature and an extraordinary ability to adapt. In a world driven by technology, the Korowai offer a glimpse into an ancient, elevated way of life, one that continues to defy time and expectation. Hadzabe, the last tribe, living like ancient humans. In the arid valleys near Lake Ayasi, where the winds whisper through acacia trees and the horizon seems endless, a small group of people continue to live as humanity once did, thousands of years ago. The Hadzabe of Tanzania are among the last true hunter-gatherers on Earth, a living time capsule of prehistoric life. They own no land, grow no crops, and build no permanent homes. Instead, they roam freely, tracking animals with handmade bows crafted from tree branches and sinew. Meals come from the wild: berries, tubers, honey, and whatever game can be caught. There are no grocery lists, just instinct and survival. Their social structure is equally fluid. Relationships form and dissolve without conflict. Marriages are informal, and material possessions are nearly non-existent. Even time itself seems irrelevant, measured only by the rise and fall of the sun. Today, fewer than 1,300 Hadzabe remain, holding on to a vanishing way of life. In their footsteps lies a trail that leads back to the dawn of humankind, reminding the world of what life looked like before cities, machines, and modern noise. Maasai, manhood forged through blood and courage. Across the vast grasslands of Kenya and northern Tanzania, where wildebeest thunder through golden savannas, the Maasai people stand tall, both literally and culturally. Renowned for their warrior traditions, the Maasai have passed down a code of strength, courage, and honor for generations. From an early age, boys are trained to become protectors of their community. Hunting, herding, and survival in the wild are not just skills, they are sacred duties. Facing a lion with a spear was once a real test of bravery, marking the transition from boyhood to warrior status. Though this practice has evolved, the spirit of the right remains deeply respected. While the men uphold the warrior legacy, Maasai women take charge of building homes, caring for families, and preserving cultural rituals. Their vivid red robes and elaborate beadwork are more than decoration. They are emblems of resilience and identity. Despite the challenges of modern life and a life expectancy that rarely exceeds 45 years, the Maasai's endurance comes not from years lived, but from a life steeped in meaning, community, and unshakable pride. Yanomami, the guardians of the Amazon rainforest. In the dense, humid expanse of the Amazon near the Orinoco River, a unique civilization has learned not just to survive the rainforest, but to thrive in harmony with it. The Yanomami people are among the Amazon's largest and most isolated indigenous tribes, and their way of life is deeply intertwined with the rhythms of the jungle. Their homes, called shabonos, are vast communal structures made from palm leaves and vines, housing dozens of families under a single roof. Circular and open to the sky, these dwellings are temporary by design. Every few years, the Yanomami move on, allowing the forest to regenerate. Their agriculture is small-scale and intentional. Using a slash-and-burn technique that mimics nature's own cycles, they enrich the soil without destroying the land. Every fallen tree, every fire lit, and every crop planted is part of a greater system of respect and renewal. Nothing is wasted. When a shabono is abandoned, it breaks down naturally, returning to the earth. Rituals bind their daily lives to the spirits of animals, plants, and ancestors, creating a worldview where nature is not a resource, but a sacred partner. In an age where deforestation and climate collapse loom large, the Yanomami offer more than a glimpse into the past. They embody a blueprint for the future. Danny, turning grief into a sacred ritual. High in the mist-draped mountains of Papua, far from the reach of modern roads or electricity, the Dani people continue to practice traditions that seem carved from another era. At the heart of their culture lies a ritual both reverent and haunting, preserving their deceased leaders through a unique process of smoke mummification. These smoke-blackened mummies are not hidden away. Instead, they are proudly displayed in sacred huts, serving as spiritual anchors for the living. It is believed that the wisdom and strength of the ancestors remain accessible through these preserved forms, watching over the tribe and guiding future generations. The Dani way of life is rich with symbolism. Men wear traditional koteka, hollowed-out gourds, as a form of ceremonial dress, while women weave intricate skirts from orchid fibers. Mourning isn't silent or symbolic. It's etched into the flesh. In the past, women expressed grief by cutting off segments of their fingers, a physical manifestation of love and loss. Others paint their faces in ash and clay, wearing sorrow like a second skin. Among the Dani, the line between life and death is not a boundary. It is a bond, one that is constantly honored, constantly present, and forever part of daily life. Urarina, hidden masters of the Amazon canopy. In the dense, tangled heart of the Peruvian and Ecuadorian Amazon, a little-known people live among the treetops, both physically and spiritually. The Urarina are unmatched in their ability to move through the rainforest's upper layers, navigating vines and towering trunks with ease that seems almost otherworldly. With feet reshaped by generations of climbing, they ascend tall trees in pursuit of monkeys, birds, and honey, using handmade hook tools and strength passed down through generations. Their movements are silent, precise, evolved not just for survival, but for deep connection to the forest's rhythms. Their daily life blends the unusual with the sacred. Central to their social rituals is chicha, a fermented drink made by chewing and spitting cassava to begin the process. While the method may seem strange to outsiders, it holds deep communal and spiritual significance, passed from mother to daughter like a rite of passage. Even their clothing, or lack of it, is a reflection of their harmony with the environment. Light, handmade garments, or simply the absence of them, allow the Urarina to move freely, blending into the rainforest that sustains them. Here, survival is not just about endurance, but about living in complete sync with the jungle canopy above and the stories rooted below. Yafu, a tribe untouched by the modern world. Hidden deep within the East Sepik region of Papua New Guinea, in a place where maps blur into forest and silence speaks louder than any machine, the Yafu people live almost as they always have. With no paved roads, no internet, and little contact with the outside world, their existence remains untouched by modernity and anchored in ancient rhythm. First contacted by outsiders in 1988, the Yafu continue to live in harmony with the land, farming small plots, foraging medicinal plants, and gathering under starlit skies. Their lives unfold without screens or schedules. Knowledge is passed not through books, but through tattoos, each line a symbol, each mark a memory etched into skin. Their bodies tell stories of ancestry, of rites of passage, of connection to the earth itself. Meals are shared communally, and identity is not something you build online, but something you're born into, nurtured by the soil, the rivers, and the whispers of the forest. The Yafu are not relics of the past. They are reminders. Reminders of what it means to live with intention, to belong to a place rather than possess it, and to carry your history not in photos, but in your very skin. From treetop villages to ancient jungle rituals, these tribes show us that there are countless ways to live, love, and survive. In a world chasing convenience, they choose connection to the earth, to tradition, and to each other. If this journey sparked your curiosity, leave a comment, hit the like button, and subscribe for more untold stories from the edge of the world. There's so much more out there. Let's keep exploring together.